Hi, Larry. Am I supposed to like this guy? I'm not okay. Why am I having a good time? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Vanessa, and as you can tell by the title of this video, in this vlog, we are going to be reading a Larry Reed's 5-star reads. If you don't know her, Larry Reads is one of my favorite YouTubers. She is so funny, so hilarious. I just love her content. But I just realized that for some reason, I haven't read a lot of the books that she's recommended. I mean, I read books she's read, but not the ones that she specifically recommended. So I've decided that for this video, we are going to choose 3 books from her tier ranking 5-star reads video, and we are going to read them. And the 3 books that I chose are Beach Read by Emily Henry, God of Malice by Rena Kant, and then All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. So let's get into this video. I'm at page 82, chapter 9, and I wanted to check in with you guys. Why am I loving this? I'm absolutely loving this. I read 2 of Emily Henry's books. I read People We Meet on Vacation. It was like, so for me. And then I read Funny Story, and I really enjoyed it. That was a 4-star read for me. I'm reading this, and I'm really liking it so far. It is so good. The little banter that they have going on. Oh, and the reason I wanted to check in is because they just made a bet with each other. So this is the part where they agree to, she's gonna write a more like serious, like fiction book, a literary fiction book, and then he's gonna write a romance book, and then they're gonna see how hard it is for, in order to write in either genre. So they're gonna see which one was harder, and then whoever sell their books first wins the bet. And then part of the bet is don't fall in love with me. Anytime anyone says that in a book, they're gonna fall in love with each other. You know it. So she already knows what's up. I'm pretty sure Jenny already knows what's up because she writes romance books. I'm going to say that this reminds me a little bit of The 7-Year Slip. It deals also with the idea of grief, and I love how grief is described there. I don't know if it's because I've experienced a lot of loss in recent years. So whenever a book talks about grief and it does it well, it touches a part of my soul, and it kind of reminds me of these emotions, like how grief is like waves. You really, you'll go about your day and you'll think everything is fine, and then the next day, something will hit you, and then you will feel sad again. So I think like this book is doing a good job with that, the same way 7-Year Slip I feel like did a good job with that. Summer Romance, also by Annabelle Monaghan, did a good job with that. So yeah, if you're looking for books that talk about grief, I don't know why you would look for that, but I think a part of it, you're probably not looking for it, but it does help you come to terms with your emotions when you read about it and you see how other people experience it. I think that's what it would be. So I think these 3 books do a really good job with that. And then somehow all 3 covers are yellow. I'm thinking about that. Interesting. There's probably no coincidence. I'm probably reading into it, but you know, just saying. Their window being a crush from each other, gold. The way she thought about that, gold. I love it. I love how they spend their day just like talking to each other through like paper written notes. Awesome. The banter, again, the way Emily Henry writes banter, perfect. It feels so natural. It feels real. It doesn't feel like those are characters in the book. It feels like this is how conversation would have happened. That's what I love about her. What? What did I just read? I don't understand. Is that why he's like this? I mean, that'll do that to someone. It'll do that to someone. I'm still loving this so much, but I'm going to put it down for now. The way Emily Henry writes male interests. Chef's kiss. I love Gus. He is a whole character. He is a whole man. He has real characteristics, backgrounds, emotions, feelings, good and bad traits. He's real. He's a real man. He's not just this caricature of like big, tall, broody for no reason other than, somewhere in kindergarten someone stole his ball and now he like must crush everyone that is in his path. Like, that's not the type of male character he is. He is real and he is adorable. He is funny. He is romantic. He is everything. And I like it. I love him. I love Emily Henry. That's it. Because so far, I'm going to admit that even though I wasn't a fan of People We Meet on Vacation, I did still love Alex. So at the end of the day, I love the male characters that she built. I think Emily Henry is going to be an auto buy. And I have her other 2 books, so I'm definitely going to read them and I'm going to buy all her any other books that she ends up, writing. That's for sure. And so far, Larry, okay, girl, this is the first book that I've read and I'm liking it. This is actually leaning towards a 5-star. This is leaning towards a 5-star. I don't know what could potentially bring it down, but Larry, you are onto something with this one. So, okay, girl, maybe it's gonna be all 3 books are gonna be 5 stars. So we'll see. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is how much I tabbed this book. So this should already tell you what the rating is. 5 stars. 5 stars. Larry, you were right. You were right. I adored this book. This book was like everything to me. This is definitely, again, like I said, this is the 7-year slip. This is summer romance. This is the same vibe. And those books just do something to my heart. They just tug at my heartstring and I love them. I don't know if I talked about what this book is about because I think I didn't feel like I needed to because everyone and their mama has read this book except for me. But just in case you haven't and you were living under a rock just like me, this basically follows January and Gus. And this basically, January, for reasons that I'll let you guys figure out, has to go live in this beach house. And she finds out that her next door neighbor is none other than her rival, her nemesis from college, Augustus. And they're basically both living there and having the same issue, which is basically they're trying to write books, but they're on a writing slump. So they need motivation and help. And Augustus has always looked down on January because she's always been into romances and she's always writing happy endings. And January has always resented that. So they decide to do a bet, which is Augustus will write, why do I keep saying Augustus? Gus will write a romance, and then she will write a literary fiction book, and then whoever sells their book first basically wins the bet. And this way they'll be able to see which one is harder. They'll figure out like writing which genre is harder. And yeah, this is the story, and it is such a good story. The stories that I love are stories that not only you're following the protagonist and you love them, but they are real people. They have real issues. They have good qualities, bad qualities, but they're whole characters. Like you could picture them as real people standing in front of you. And I felt that way about this book. The banter in this book, oh my god, and the way she wrote Gus was like so amazing. Like when he whispers, like there was like one particular scene where he whispered something into her ears. Like she always believed like he didn't read any of her books, and then he whispered something. I can't. And I also love January. I loved her. She was such a good female character. I love the fact that her reasons for being a hopeless romantic made sense. And I love that background for her. And I love that she didn't let that go. I love that despite that, oh my God, how many times am I going to say I love? Despite the fact of all the things that happened that could have basically turned her into a jaded character, almost did, she still believed and loved enough that she was willing to challenge Gus to write a romance book. And even like when she was writing her own book, how she went about it. Everything about this book was just perfect. I don't think I would have changed anything. Oh, it was so good. Larry, again, I bow to you. 5 stars. This is great. This is one of those books that I will want to reread again. I love the fact that you're getting the background of the story and you're getting all the characters and you're getting the romance and you're getting all of that, but you're also getting little gems. The way Emily Henry does that, she puts little gems in there that you feel like there are quotes that you will take with you for life. This was this book. Loved it. The next book we are picking up is, I think I'm gonna space out the romances. Well, so God of Malice is technically a romance. It's a dark romance, but I don't know if I'll feel like this is a romance. You know what I mean? But we will see. Larry did say that this is one of her taste is questionable books. So we'll see how questionable her taste is for me. But when I pick it up, I will update you guys. It is getting late here. It's the end of the day. So I don't know if I'm going to pick it up tonight. But when I do, I will update you guys and let you guys know what I think about it. Another day, another book, another drink. Tonight, we are reading God of Malice by Rena Kant, and I am petrified. I'm scared. Again, I don't read dark romance. I'm so concerned. I'm not really worried about trigger warnings. I don't think I get triggered. I just don't want to be disturbed. I think that's really the main thing. But anyway, I'm not gonna continue rumbling. Let's open up my Fresca, take a sip. We are ready to go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it does have an author's note, and she is providing you with some of the trigger warnings. So read those. I'm reading it. I'm still gonna go into it, so we'll see. This is starting already dark. Nothing too crazy, but it's kind of dark already. So he's American and she's not. I wonder if this would be better on audio. So this way I could hear her English accent and then his American accent. Because, I mean, it reads the same to me. So, what in the. Not whatever you want. Girl, this sounds like a bad idea already. Whenever someone in a book says, "I'll do whatever you want," you know it's about to be crazy. Whatever the person is going to ask. Uh, is this for real right now? On page 13? Oh, when when not even 20 pages in. No, he's not. No. What the heck am I reading? That was chapter 2, guys. I don't know. I don't know if this is for me. Because if he's supposed to be the love interest, I don't think so. Am I supposed to like this guy? Okay, I think I know what we're gonna do. I think we are going to. I don't know if I should DNF. Because I don't want to give this a bad review, especially if that's the genre, right? Like I said, I don't read dark romance, so I don't know if this is typical of dark romances. And if it's typical, me giving it a bad review because of that just doesn't make sense. But I also don't know if I want to continue reading like that. You know what I mean? Okay, I think what we're gonna do, I think I'm going to go watch. I'm gonna see if Larry has a video of her reading this because she has a lot of reading vlogs, and I know she did a reading dark romances for. I'm just gonna like see if she has any thoughts on this book. I don't want to be spoiled. I just want to see if she has any thoughts about it, because if she does, if she has no concern about the book, then that means this is it. Like this is how it's going to be. Then I'm just gonna DNF and I'm gonna pick another one of her 5 stars to read. But if she has any concerns but said, like, for example, she still continued on and she like liked it, then maybe I'll continue on. Because Larry, what are we reading? Girlfriend. Okay. 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 So I did finish watching Larry's video about this book, and she does say she was disturbed in the first 2 to 3 chapters. She was not pleased, but she did keep reading and she ended up enjoying it. So I'm going to follow her lead. I'm going to follow Queen's lead, and then we're going to keep reading and we'll see if I feel the same way. Because so far, okay. We're on page 73, and this man is crazy. He's unhinged. He's so crazy, but now I'm actually finding it funny. I don't know if I told you guys what this book is about, because I don't know. I don't even know. I don't think there's a plot. I don't know if there's a plot to this story. Basically, we have Glendon and Killian. Glendon is attending school in England. She's English, I guess, and there's an American school that is set on that same island. So they share the island, and Killian is attending medical school on another school at that same island, and there's beef between the schools. There's like multiple reasons. Apparently, like their families are from like mafia and other like weird, like powerful but dangerous families. The kids that go to the school, their parents belong to like very wealthy and dangerous families. And then somehow Killian meets Glendon, and the minute he meets her, he's like obsessed with her and will not let go. And that's basically the story. Like, and from this point forward, he's determined that she's got to be his. And he's doing everything to make her his. And she doesn't want to. I don't even know why this is an option, especially if you read the first two chapters. But somehow, Rena Kent is convincing me to think that this man is okay. Like, he's not okay. He's definitely not okay. And everything he says is unhinged, and he's fully aware that he's unhinged. But now I'm laughing my ass off. I'm not okay. Okay. I'm not okay. This man is delusional. Delusional. Delulu equals Killian. He just said, "You're mine." She's so screwed. She's so screwed. Why am I having a good time? Why am I having a good time? That was not part of the plan. Good morning, you guys. I have a mic now. I know you guys saw it in the last clip. I'm just trying to get better sound quality for you guys, so I just wanted to point it out. But, anyways, I finished God of Malice last night and I had a good time. I had a good time, okay? It's not a 5-star. It's not a 5-star. However, it's not because it's a dark romance. That being put aside, it was a good time. Killian, I don't know if this book was meant to be funny, but Killian was so funny to me. And it wasn't because the book was funny. It was because he was so delusional. I think his obsession with Glendon just was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Unhinged. If a man did this to me in real life, unacceptable. Unacceptable. The things he did, unacceptable. However, in this book, it eats. It eats. Okay. So good. I'm going to give this a 3.75. It's so close to being a 4. The only reason it's not a 4 for me, it's because I don't know if I told you guys, but there's a mystery going on in this book. It's related to, I think I can say this without it being a spoiler, but Glendon is receiving text messages and they're kind of cryptic and threatening a little bit. And so throughout the entire book, I was eager to find out like who's behind this, like what is going on. So when the reveal happened, the person that ended up being responsible, it made sense. But when they explained why they did everything, it didn't make sense. It was like, no, like you're reaching. This is a whole reach. There's no way you knew that doing this would have caused all of these chain of reaction and they would have ended up where they were. So that to me made the book like less believable a little bit. So I kind of like, and it threw me off because one thing also that I didn't like about the book is that it started to drag after a while. Glendon was like debating whether or not she wanted to not be with Killian, because obviously like he's a sociopath and he's crazy. And Rena Kent did a good job. He never stopped being crazy. He never stopped being mean. I don't know why I'm laughing, but he really just never stopped being mean. Sometimes people will try to write like sometimes I've read a couple mafia romances, and the guy's like so mean and killing people, blah blah blah, and then suddenly like he meets the girl, and then he's so soft. Killian's never soft, never. Okay, so I can understand why Glendon was hesitant. However, it just dragged on a little bit too long for me. And then so I was, after a while, I just didn't care much about it anymore, because it's a romance. We knew what was going to happen. So I was just really focusing on, okay, who's behind this whole thing that was going on in the background. And then when it was revealed, I was like, oh, good person to have be the culprit, but then wrong motivation. It doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? That's it. So I'm gonna give it a 3.75 because of those two reasons. It would have been a 4 for me. It was so close to being a 4, but that ending kind of like let me down a little bit. But because your girl suffers from insomnia, I did start All Roads Lead Here. Okay, so we have it on the Kindle, and I'm reading all these books on Kindle because I wasn't sure if I was going to like them. So we have, by Mariana Zapata, All Roads Lead Here. I started it. So far it's a little slow. I don't know. I feel like she's going on and on about certain things that I'm kind of like, okay, we get it. So far what I've gathered, this is about, who is this about? What's her name again? Wait, why can't I remember her name? Hold up. Hold please. Aurora. Oh, okay. Aurora. Her name is Aurora, and they call her Aura sometimes. Okay, so Aurora is going through a really major breakup, and that basically upend her life. So now she is traveling around the world, and she finally decides to settle back into the town where she grew up before something really tragic happened, and she had to leave that town. And she rents this apartment above this guy's garage, and it's Rhodes. And so this is where the story like continues. He's not too pleased about her being there. You'll find out why, even though she's renting the place. And then so they're having their little interactions. This is Mariana Zapata, so I know it's going to be very slow burn, and I'm ready for that. So it's not like I'm expecting a lot of things to happen. It's just that there's certain things that she's going on and on about that I'm like, girl, it's fine, we get it. Like, she's starting to work at a store, and she doesn't know anything about the products that the store works. And we've had like multiple chapters of her saying, I don't know anything, I want to learn, and I don't know anything, and I feel stupid, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, get on Google, learn. But that said, the writing is good. I like it so far. I know there's gonna be a turning point where I'm gonna be like, I love this. um Rose is very grumpy. He is big and muscular, obviously, as are all Mariana Zapata's men. So we'll see where that goes. I don't have like final thoughts yet for this. So let's keep reading. I'm gonna go ahead and make breakfast and then keep on reading, and then I will see you guys on the next update. for her. Yeah, right. He's here for her. He's not here for anything else. He's here for her. I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack. Ah, make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Page 443. If you know, you know. Make it stop. This man. Okay, he might be my favorite Mariana Zapata man. He might be. I can't even continue because this was so good. This was so good. This is hitting so hard. All right, guys. It's the end of the day. I'm showered. It's like 7 o'clock here. The sun is going down. I'm about to put my baby to bed and just wind down. But I just wanted to check in and let you guys know that I did finish All Roads Lead Here and I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. It is probably my favorite Mariana Zapata book. Like tied, not tied. Actually, it is definitely better. I liked it more than Wait for It. I loved it. It was so good. I loved all of the characters. I loved Aurora. The Her character was so precious to me. I love the fact that she was strong but vulnerable. Like she was so well written to me because even when like she definitely was trying to get back on her feet and heal from the trauma that she had gone through in her past relationship, and then also from the things that had happened to her when she was a child. But she was strong in being independent, but at the same time you could see the vulnerability. Mariana didn't make her like too strong where she was so independent that she didn't need help. Like she would keep trying even when she failed. I love that about her. I saw so much of myself in her. The fact that she doesn't like to being like she doesn't like not knowing stuff. She like being competent. She like being able to help people. I love that about her. Rose was so good. I love single dad romances, and this was so good. And the backstory, I love the backstory. It was such an interesting backstory of how he became a dad. I don't know. It was so good. I love the son. I children in books can be tricky. I know a lot of people don't like children in books. I don't mind. I actually enjoy them. But he was 15 years old. So he's a teenager and he acts 15. He wasn't too mature or like it. He was good. And his best friend also in the story also acted her age. So they were great in the story. Well written. I loved that. Loved all the side characters, the romance. Like, I don't know about you guys. I know people don't like overprotective men sometimes in real life, but I don't know if it's because my husband is this way. I love it. I eat it up every single time. A man who wants to take care of you. It can come off sometimes a little bit like he's your dad, but he just really cares. So he like anticipates things. Sorry. He anticipates things for you. Like he'll be like, "Oh, it's going to rain tomorrow. Make sure you grab something." Like, or you're gonna do this and you might get hungry, make sure you bring food. I don't know, I just feel like that type of man is so caring and so it just does something to me. I loved it. This would have been a 5 star. My only reason for not making it a 5 star is because it was super long. I didn't realize this book is like 600 pages, guys. No romance needs to be that long, so it did drag in some parts, especially in the beginning. And then the other thing, so because of that I kind of like brought it down to like a 4.5. And then I don't know why, but they mentioned peeing and pooping so much in this book. It was jarring. I was like, does she have a medical condition? Because every other chapter she was like, I need to pee, I need to pee. And I was like, okay, this is becoming too much. That she must have a medical condition that we're going to address why she's peeing so much. No, there is no medical reason why this woman was peeing every other chapter. So that was like to me annoying. So I brought it down. So 4.25, 4.5, 4.25. Okay, 4.25, we're sticking to that. So overall, this was so much fun. My girl Larry, she's good. Her recommendations are A, you know, A plus. Because at the end of the day, yes, they were not all 5 stars for me, but did I have a good time reading all of them? I did, absolutely. Are these books that I would recommend to people? I would. I don't know if I would recommend God of Malice because it's a little, but if I know you're into dark romance, I'm recommending dark God of Malice. It's really, really good in that sense. So yeah, so we got a 5 star. Okay. Beach Read was a 5 star. God of Malice was 3.75, and then All Roads Lead Here was 4.25. So I think this was a success. Thank you so much, Larry, for your recommendations. I will be taking more of them and reading more of the books you do recommend. If you haven't followed or subscribed to her channel, please do. She's so amazing. And then if you want to see me do this with other one of your maybe your favorite YouTubers, let me know in the comments and I will do another taste test. Have a good one. If you like this video, subscribe, share. You know what you need to do.